3 or 4 cults behind this.
There are lots of cults as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Heavy Bible cults.
Yes, we got between 60 and 75.
Yeah, of course we know.
Which we know of.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, let's kind of look at rehab centers and the continuity of care for mental health treatment. The least professional type of treatment, of course, includes self-recovery. This would include talking to friends and family, learning about groups through books. And a lot of people kind of do their recovery this way. They just talk to people. They don't get professional help. They read a lot of books and so forth. And then some maybe go get some exit counseling, some deprogramming, and they go to support groups. So that's kind of the next level of treatment that people get. And then the next stage would be outpatient treatment with a professional, like a counselor, a psychotherapist, a psychologist, and so forth. Then the next level would be, some sort of residential treatment, like Wellspring. Okay, so you kind of see where the levels of treatment would be in this whole thing. And then the most comprehensive type of treatment is hospitalization programs. Now, when people call at Wellspring, we screen them. And what do I mean by screen? We want to make sure they're truly victims of some sort of a group abuse or one-on-one abuse. So we want to make sure they qualify in that regard. And number 2, we want to make sure they're well enough to handle the program. Some people are so sick they need hospitalization. They may be so suicidal or so psychotic that those severe symptoms have to be stabilized before they come to Wellspring. But I can get into why are some ex-members so ill and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Just, I have 2 boys. The oldest is almost 16. He was born into the cult and he came out of it promptly when he was about 13. And he hadn't gone to school before he was 10 or something, and he had severe problems. And still does. And he doesn't. He's been refusing to go to therapists. He's now might be willing to start doing it. And he's totally in denial. And
sure.
His father, which is the leader, is normal nothing. So I have great difficulties with him. But my question then is, can I bring him to you even though he's like that, or do I have to make him go to therapy first?
Sometimes if a child like that sees what happens to the parent in their progress, like if you go to Wellspring and they see what you're getting, then they tend to pick up on it.
Because I'm going to feel that I have to heal myself to heal him.
You're right. So if they're there and they see what's happening.
So if I can make him want to come, that's all right.
Yeah, and just say, well, you don't have to come in any of the sessions. But then once he's there, he might say, hey, can I sit in on this or sit in on that?
So it's important that he does it willingly.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've had success with a number of teenagers that way.
Yes.
Okay, Wellspring Treatment. In this context of continuity of care, we provide treatment for ex-members that's, of course, between self-help and a little more intense than outpatient counseling. And, of course, it's not as restrictive as a hospital program. Treatment provides a number of factors and, of course, a lot of years of experience. We will have been at this for completed 20 years coming up this spring. There's never been a dull moment. Never. What we developed is a particular model of treatment that we derived from Lifton's work through thought reform.
Right.
We've labeled this the Wellspring model. You know, and I really want to stress this, even though I'm not going to get into this today, is that a lot of people, and I'm going to get into this a little bit, have had a lot of therapy before they come to Wellspring. And a lot of people know a lot about mind control before they get to Wellspring. And it's like, just because you've had a lot of therapy and you know a ton about mind control, it's like this puzzle. And unless you know how to put this puzzle together, it's like the whole thing won't click. And I think we've muddled around with this enough at Wellspring that we kind of learned how to make this click. You know, we really kind of know how this mind control works. You know, because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I've read about mind control. I understand it. I know my group used it on me. And yeah, I've been in therapy and everything. Well, why are you coming to Wellspring? Well, because I'm still messed up. Well, the thing is that it's like arranging the pieces of a puzzle. You know, unless you get all those pieces organized right, you know, then it's like, oh, that's how it works. That's what they did. And I think what we've kind of developed at Wellspring is kind of this model. So it's just not that we know about mind control, and it's not just that we're doing it in a residential setting. It's that I think we've really kind of done a kitchen-tested program about mind control. We really, I think, understand how this works and how to use these techniques to unravel it. We kind of know how to do it in reverse now to really help people get better. Yeah.
Do you think it is important that people have gone through all that before they come to you, and you sometimes have
Oh, sure. It makes our work easier.
Yeah,
Is it
sometimes
important?
it takes time.
It doesn't hurt. Sure, it saves time because all the work, like there's this one girl that I just finished working with. She has 2 degrees from Harvard, bachelor's and master's. And she said, you know, before I came here, I've read at least 100 books about mind control, everything I can get my hands on. And she's been in therapy and everything. And I mean, she's bright, you know, master's from Harvard. And it's like she could never quite figure out how it happened, you know. She's because I think for her, one of the big keys still that she hadn't figured out is, even though a lot of these books talk about it, is that